Good morning, my name is Julie from Salessewunique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to second week of my vlog for July. As you can see, I'm down in the shop. Final touches to get in the shop tidy today because I actually open my doors tomorrow. That should be fun. Trying to create a little bit more space in here, but I don't think it's going to work, but you know, we'll see what the day brings. Well, I didn't have a very good night's sleep last night, so if I look a bit tired today while I'm filming, that's why. Didn't get to sleep till 7:30 this morning, so I had 4 hours sleep, and basically I've just sort of got up and come straight down here. So yes, that's my job for today, a bit of cleaning and hopefully get some crafting done later if I'm lucky. And it's Tuesday today, and today's been my first day back at work properly. It has been fun. Been a bit quiet day today, which I didn't expect it to be busy because it is a quiet place where we live and the weather's not been very good, so hopefully things will pick up. I think it's like starting again. Everybody's that used to stopping at home, aren't they now? So what have I been doing? Basically, I've just been packing orders, cutting fabric, and cleaning up every time somebody comes in. I'll be wiping everything down, the door handles, every time somebody comes in. So yeah, so I'm just finishing off now because it's 2 o'clock. And I'm off on the post office run, then I'm going home. Got a bit of sewing to do, and I don't know, I'll have to find something to do. Just, you know, I don't know how much I'm going to get done this week, really. It's quite weird being back at work. And it's Friday today. You'll probably think, what's happened to the vlog this week? Because I've gone from Tuesday basically to Friday. Well, as you know, it's been my first week back at the shop, and it's been a funny week, really. I have been so tired. I can't believe how tired I've been. Tuesday I wasn't too bad, a little bit tired when I got in, but Wednesday, obviously after I'd finished work, I was on the post office run. Then I went to the supermarket to do a little bit of shopping because, as you know, we have online shopping, and I couldn't get a slot for Tuesday, so I changed over to Asda and I managed to get a slot for Thursday. So we're sort of running out of food, really. So Wednesday I went over to our big Tesco and did a bit of shopping there. I mean, I only go to Tesco when I have to, really. I don't think I'll be going in again for a while, because when I went in, obviously now there's no queuing. There is still a man in the doorway, I suppose, just checking sort of how many are coming and going. And the antibacterial sprays and all that are still out, but all of the arrows have gone. There is just the circle on the floor with keep 2 meters apart, and that is it. So you can go up and down the aisle as normal. There is no social distancing with these customers whatsoever, and yeah, it's terrible because I'm trying to go around and keep my distance, and there's too many people in there. So I'm not going in again. Not at all. I'm not doing that. I'm really surprised at Tesco doing that, though. because other supermarkets are still got some arrows and that on the floor, and sort of trying to keep everybody separate, but no. So yes, and that night by the time I got in, it was like tea time, and I was absolutely shattered. And I don't think I had any tea that night, actually. I had nibbles, basically. I just could not be bothered. I was so tired, and I went to bed at 11 o'clock, which, as you know, I don't go to bed very early, but I had to. I just couldn't stop awake any longer. So Thursday, and of course I didn't pick the camera up at all. I haven't actually done anything. Beginning of the week, I'd finished off some hand sewing of orders, which most of it I think I did last weekend, and I just finished off a couple of them to get them posted out. Well, I think that's probably about all I did. Yesterday was Thursday. I did a little bit of sewing last night, because that was nice. I really enjoyed that. And obviously today it's Friday now, and I've been back down to the shop, not to work, just to pack up some orders and been to the post office. Yeah, and I've come home and I've had several cups of tea, and I've just been doing a bit of planning, really. I ordered some new fabrics from 2 new suppliers, so they should be with me next week. So that's well, it's getting exciting, that. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is, I mean, it's 5:15 now. So I think this vlog is probably going to be short, and it's probably not going to go up until, I don't know, it could be Monday by the time you see this. It's terrible, really. What else have I done? Oh, as I've been tidying up, I found a bit more Christmas fabric out. So there's 5 bits of fabric that have gone on the website. It's really nice, the fabric. I really like the snowmen and that's gone on. There's one that's on there. I think there's only probably a couple of meters of these things, but as I sell them in half meters, which that's 4 pieces, isn't it? There's one of them, it's got a really nice snowman on, and there's poinsettias there, and the background is black, but it's really nice. It was one of my favourites, that. Anyhow, so I have got some nice fabrics, which these aren't on the website yet, and I've only actually got a little bit left. Now these are, what are they called? Cozy Christmas, I think that's what it's called. And they've got a vintage vibe to them, but they're all very colourful. Now, if you remember, if you followed me for a while, you might remember this. I showed you a Christmas quilt that I was making, and to be honest, I reckon that was probably last year when I showed that. But it's hung up at the shop on the door, because I hadn't got anywhere to keep it, and I wanted somewhere to hang it so that all the creases sort of dropped out of it. And if you remember that, it's got appliqued like Father Christmas is on, and everything like that. And that's the fabric I've used. Now, this is one of them, but I will put some photographs in at the end. Now, as you can see, it's got snowmen, and then you've got that nice jewelled bit there. Now, the colour on the camera is a little bit lighter than real life. And then on the inside of this one, it's got the yellow and the green. So that's all finished. I just need to put a ring on and some cording. So these are going to go, I don't know, they'll either go in my shop or in my Etsy shop. They might actually go in my Etsy shop, actually. And then this is the pale blue one, and it's got that jewel top. I mean, you've got your sort of orangey yellow in there, and a green and a dark blue, and it's really nice. And inside we've got the blue and the green, so that all the colours tie in together. And I'm just about to, where is it? I'm just about to do another one. yes, well, I would have had this one finished last night, but there was a fault on the fabric. On one piece there was a black mark on it, so I had to whoops, had to go and fetch another piece from the shop today. And this is a nice pink. Now, so that is coming up a little bit lighter than what it is, but the top's slightly different fabric, so I have got this fabric in the other colours, and then it's got the striped inside. So I'm going to put a few combinations together of this fabric to make some bags, and then whatever's left I will measure it out and I will put it on the website. So it'll be in the product of the month still, but it'll be in its own section because it's like a big collection, and you know, all the colours go together. So that'll be going on. That's next week's job, to get that on the website. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a little while. Then I don't know, I would actually like to probably get into the garden because it's our brown bin this on Monday, so I need to sort of get into the garden and get some garden waste in the bin and check on what's happening. Now I'm just looking now across the garden, and the tomato plants, they're getting a little bit battered with all this rain that we've been having, but there's quite a few yellow flowers on there. I've not checked on the courgettes, but I know they're starting to come along, and the plants with the, I think the dwarf beans on there, it's flowering, they're all flowering, but whether any beans have sprouted or not, I don't know. But the rhubarb's doing really well, and I would like to make some cordial if I can this weekend, because I've missed that. Excuse me. Dry throat again, all this talking. So yes, but it's just going to depend on the weather if I can get out into the garden. I will see, won't I? Hey? Well, it's Sunday today, and it is actually 10 to 8 in the evening. I haven't really picked the camera up today, but I will put a little clip in of something I did do this afternoon, and I made some rhubarb cordial and some rhubarb chutney. Really excited. I mean, it's been an absolutely wonderful day here today. The sun's been out, we've had no rain, it's been brilliant. So I hope the weather's been good to you today wherever you are. But no, it's been a lovely day. It's been a little bit too warm for gardening, but you know, it was the day we had to do some jobs in the garden. Anyhow, I was weeding this morning right up until probably lunchtime. The hottest part of the day I was out weeding, which I shouldn't have been out there, but no, so it's all looking a lot better out there. I've sort of ferreted around the base of the tomato plants because there were quite a few weeds in there, and picked out the snails, so I've got rid of them. I've still only got one courgette though. Nothing else has appeared yet, but the flowers are there, and there's new flowers coming, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long before I get some more courgettes. I've run out of plant food, so I'm going to go and get some of that tomorrow to give them a bit of a boost. I think they need a bit of a boost now. The tomato plants have still got quite a few flowers on there, so which is good. We had a look at the rhubarb plant today, and I thought, oh, we're going to have lots of rhubarb here, but it seemed to be all leaves, all leaves, and a lot of the stems were very thin, and some of them were a little bit squishy. So Kevin thinned them out and picked me some rhubarb. So I've got enough for a bottle of cordial and 2.5 jars of chutney. And there's a little bit more sat there. So I don't know whether I should make a crumble, which I don't really want, or wait until tomorrow because I need to get some more oranges and lemons, and then I can make some more cordial. Which that's what I might do. Then I need to get some gin because there's enough rhubarb out there to make some gin, definitely. So yeah, it'll all get cut back, I think, pretty soon. I need to make some more gin. So really, that's what we've been doing. I mean, both Kevin and Adele have been helping out in the garden today, so we've actually filled the brown bin up, ready for tomorrow, which is good. Yeah, so it's been just a jobs around the house day today, so nothing very film worthy, I'm afraid. But never mind, we'll be back to normal tomorrow because it's Monday, so that'll be the start of my week. I know I'm a bit late this week, but I finished my sewing last night. I think the last clip I showed you was the squares that we're putting together. Anyhow, that's the bag finished, which I think's turned out really well. It's a nice size as well, and it's a 4-inch box bottom on this one, because this was this is all the fabric I had left, and I thought, oh, it might not be big enough, but actually it's a nice size, this one. I really like this one, and I like the pinks. I mean, I'm not a green fan, but I do like this one. I do like the Tilda fabric. So that's another one. I've not been able to get any photographs of the other bags though today. I know I said I would do. I think it might be probably Tuesday before I get some proper photographs. But I did make another bag last night. Well, actually I made another 2. I finished off some of the robin bags. I've just been trying to use up some of my fabrics, so I have got, I think, 3 of these, and these are in the sale on my website. So there's only 3 left, and I think they're at £16 plus postage. So yeah, that's the end of the fabric then. Then I decided to have a little ferret through my Tilda fabric, because I thought, oh, I've got piles there, and I hadn't really. I hadn't really got any big pieces. So I made this one. So I love this blue, and the blue on the top. That's a different one. Now that's I struggled to get some fabric for the top, and what I've done is I've put the cream on cream daisy fabric in there. It looks really nice. So that one just needs top stitching, which I will do tomorrow, and it's got the 4-inch box bottom on. So then I decided, this is my Tilda fabric box. It's not massive, but I've basically got pieces now. I've got, I think, two fat quarters, which they're not big enough to get a nice size bag out, which I like, but never mind. So that's sort of what I'm down to. And I think I've got about 5 or 6 pieces just sat on my chair that are slightly bigger. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, is go through this over the coming weeks and probably get some squares out of them. So if I can get enough squares out to make another bag, that would be great. I mean, because that's big enough to get a square out. And then what I might do is do some hexes, do some English paper piecing, which will be nice. And I can probably do two sizes of hexagons in, because I've got what have I got, 3/4 of an inch, I think I've got an inch, and I think I've got 2 inch. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. Oh dear, but there's no point in all this fabric sitting there, and I love tailed fabric, so I want to make something with it. I have been looking online just to get a bit of inspiration, and see, that's a bit of a bigger piece, but it's quite pale, that one, because I want to buy some more tailed fabric. Lovely. I've seen a nice, oh, it's like autumn, is it Autumn Harvest or something it's called, and it's got sort of oranges and things like that in it, and there's a quilt in one of the books, and it's pumpkins, and I quite fancy that. So that's one of the bigger pieces. So yeah, so that's going to be a job for me, which will be nice, and at least I can sit and sew and do some hexes at night. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the hexes at the minute. I think I might start off just making some flowers, and then just seeing sort of how far I get and what I can do with them. And if I haven't got enough for a project, well, I can always buy some more fabric, can't I? And just keep adding to it. And that could be a long-term project, I think. But having said that, I did see on, I don't know if it was Pinterest or Instagram, people have been putting hexes on, I think it was flower hexes they made, on squares of plain fabric, and then putting that together to make a quilt top, which I quite fancy that, actually. So yeah, so it looks like I'm probably going to be quite busy. But like I said, at least it'll give me something to do in an evening while I'm watching the telly, because I'm not knitting socks at the minute. I seem to have lost my knitting mojo. All I want to do is actually sew, but I don't know. I'll get back to it at some point. It's a bit warm for knitting, I think, at the minute. Oh dear me, I don't know. Well, I'm going to call it a day now, because times are getting on, and I want to get this video edited and hopefully uploaded tonight before we start the new week. Anyhow, I'd like to say thank you ever so much for joining me this week, and I know it's a little bit short, but you know, that's how weeks go sometimes, but we should be back to normal, I think, next week. And welcome to any new subscribers. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy what you see, and it's lovely to have you here, of course. So yeah, I will see you again next week, and I hope everybody has a good week, yeah, and a crafty week as well. So I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.